Good morning, I'm Jillian Pransky, and I'm here today with Prevention Magazine. Today we're going to flow through a morning practice. It's designed to help you feel centered, feel calm, and to cultivate strength and flexibility. But most importantly, it's going to help you develop mindfulness. So we're going to begin today at the front of our mat in mountain pose. Come join me. You'll step to the head of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart. Spread through your toes, lengthen them. We'll pause here for a few breaths and practice some mindful breathing in mountain. Begin with your sense of your feet getting long through your toes. A little bit of firmness in your thighs so you feel strong in your legs. And then relax your ribs, your shoulders, and your head. We'll take 3 mindful breaths here that we'll use throughout the whole practice. You'll simply trace the path of the air, your breath, with your awareness. From outside your body in, and from inside back out. Breathing through the nose, follow your inhale. Trace the path of your breath as it goes back out into the space around you. 2 more breaths just like that. Stay aware of your breath even as we add activity and strength. Keep your thighs firm, your toes long as you stretch your arms to the sky. The neck stays relaxed, and the breath stays deep. From here, move into side lean. You'll interlace your fingers, the thumb and index finger long. Imagine your leg bones grow down into the floor as you stretch up and over to the right. Take a deep breath here to stretch your whole left side body. And on your inhale, come back up to the sky. Exhale up and over to the left. Slide your pelvis back in line with your ankles. Follow the breath as it expands the left ribs. Exhaling out through the nose. On an inhale, come up to the sky, and we'll do a few more on the pace of the breath. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the sky. Exhale up and over. On your inhale, get tall. Just a couple more. Keeping the thighs firm. Keep pressing the feet down. Next time you get up, stay up. Exhale, hands float by your hips. Follow a breath in and out. Developing a little bit more heat and strength as we flow through chair. On your inhale, sweep up, sitting down into an imaginary chair, maybe even a stool. And on your exhale, push down into your feet to come back up to mountain. Moving with the breath, exhale to sit down. Inhale to flow up. Exhale to sit. Inhale to flow up. Exhale to sit. Inhale to tall. The strongest part of the pose is the back of the thighs and the seat. The bottom of your seat squeezes tight as you get tall. And inhale to lower down. Just a couple more. Let your upper body be light, your head be light, so your strong legs carry your light upper body. Just one more. Inhale real low. And exhale way up. And pause, follow your breath. Turn to face the length side of your mat. You're going to come to the middle of your mat and step your legs wide. Take your arms out and bring your ankles right under your wrists. Begin with the hands on the pelvis. Bend your thigh so it's almost parallel to the mat, nice and low. Reach through your legs. The strongest part of the pose is in the legs. The leg bones getting longer, the thighs getting firmer, the upper body stays light. And then we'll move with the breath. The inhale, sweep up. And on the exhale, lower. Slow, mindful movements while the legs are strong. It's going to help you stay stable and steady, but still keep a present, open mind. One more time. Inhale, get tall. Stay this tall even as you lower. So somehow your spine gets longer as your thigh gets lower. Pause with your hands on your pelvis. Switch directions. Bend the knee. Your knee is stacked over your ankle. The knee and the second toe are about on the same road. Reach through the leg bones. Tighten the thighs. And just like chair pose, from the back of the leg down to the heels. Most of the work is happening there. So inhale, straighten the legs, sweep up. And exhale to lower. Pace of your breath takes you up to the sky and lowers you back down. If you can keep your toes long, stay aware of your feet even as you move. Last one. Inhale, get tall. Feel your ribs lift up in space, your spine tall. And exhale, lower. Bring your hands to your pelvis. We're going to transition down to the ground. Look at your front foot and bring your hands on either side of your foot. You'll roll onto the ball of your back foot and pause in a lunge. From here, we're going to step back to downward dog. Take your right foot to meet your left. Gather your belly up to the sky. And pause here for 2 breaths as you lengthen the arms and legs. We'll come to all fours to try downward dog one more time. Spread through your hands, shift your shoulders over your palms. Let's extend the left leg back. Get onto the ball of your back foot with your shoulders right over your palms. Should be the distance that your body will feel pretty good in downward dog. Push down into your palms, push down into your left leg. Take your feet back together. Your jaw between your arms. And then from the middle of your chest, reach your arms longer. From the middle of your pelvis, reach your legs longer. From here, we're going to move between plank and downward dog. On your inhale, you'll open like an accordion in both directions through your heels and your crown. And on your exhale, pull up from your belly to lift back into down dog. Inhale to open. Exhale, down dog. This is like a reverse sit-up. Most of the work is centered in the low abdomen, the core. And if you stay up on your tippy toes, you'll do even more ab work. Next time you come to plank, pause. Bring your right knee to the ground for side plank. Come up onto your right fingertips and turn onto your side, placing your left foot in the ground, your whole left footprint down. This is side plank, half side plank. High on your fingertips, reach your left leg long. There's barely weight in your right fingers. Take your left arm all the way over your head till your bicep meets your cheek. And then get long between your ankle and your wrist. Get wide between your collarbones. Take one big stretch and follow your breath. Gather into the belly to bring your hand down. And do the other side. Balance on the left knee. You can bring your left foot to the wood a little bit. The right leg extends out, the whole right footprint on the ground. Make the right leg so long it almost takes your left hand off the ground. Bring the right bicep to the cheek. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to widen. And follow the breath from outside in. And follow your breath back up and out through the space around you. Gather the belly as you turn down. We'll take one more on each side. Knee comes down, sweep up and over. And stay focused on the breath, even though this pose gets a little more still and a little more strength is required to keep the size of the pose getting longer. Still focus on the breath. Exhale to come down. And one more. Most of the strength is in the low belly and in the tightness of the legs, reaching through the right leg. Exhale, hand to ground. And to come back to plank pose, pause here for a moment, take a breath. As we lower all the way to the floor for cobra. You move your blocks out of the way if you're using some. Take your fingertips onto the wood in line with your breastbone. The back of the neck is long. All four sides of the neck stay long. So that you come up on your inhale by pressing the pelvis and legs down. On your exhale, you can lower a little bit or a lot. The inhale puffs you up. The exhale lowers you. Get longer as you lower. The strongest part of the pose is pressing down into the ground with the legs so that the head and the chest float up. There's not a lot of work in the throat or chin. Come up the next time and we'll hold it for a few breaths. But try not to get rigid when you hold it. Instead, just keep pushing the pelvis down, the legs down, but let the collarbones, the whole upper body be moved by the breath. And get longer as you lower. And slowly press back up to all fours. Preparing for our last pose, we'll do a resting back bend. You'll take 2 blocks. You'll place one block across your shoulder blades, right behind your collarbones and chest, and a second block right behind the base of the skull. It's nice if the block under the head is a little higher than the block under the chest. You mindfully lower yourself down until your shoulder blades land on the first block. And then you'll ensure that the second block is right about your ears are right about in the middle of the block. Your knees can rest on each other. The hands can be on the belly or to the side. We're going to rest for a minute, giving all of our weight to the blocks. Let the blocks hold your body completely. And as you practice relaxing, letting go into the blocks, you follow the breath back out into the space around you. And please linger for several more minutes if you have time on your own. If you're ready to close your practice, mindfully bring both knees to fall to the right, coming slowly onto your side. Bringing your left hand in front of your chest to then press up to sitting. Come to a closing seat. Bring your hands to your thighs. Pause and follow a breath again. And bring your hands to meet in front of your heart in prayer. Soften your head to your heart. You can just bring to mind if there's anything you'd like to be more mindful about today. You can pause and set an intention to bring that with you. May this practice leave you feeling more grounded and calm, more mindful throughout your entire day today. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.